And so I've talked to, men who of a certain income level. And one of the things that they say is that, they don't care about how much the woman makes, because they're not going to use a woman's money anyway. So all of these women are powerful and bosses and successful. So my question to you is, how do you maintain your feminine energy? How do you balance all of that while, being such powerful women? And how do you manage that, at home?
Well, I know for me, first of all, hey, everybody.
Wasn't she dope last night, though, you guys?
This is a beautiful opportunity to be with y'all. And it's so funny because the title, I remember reading the title, I'm like, oh, okay. And then I started reading the description. I'm like, oh, clutch my pearls. No, but I would say it's really, really important, one, to have, me personally, my husband, he is very, what's the word? It's like he knows how to allow me to be myself. And I think that's really, really important, because what happens is a lot of people in business, or a lot of women who have, aspire to do really great things, a lot of times they feel like they have to dim their light, when they're with a man, because you want to make sure that his ego is not, bruised and all these things. So the most important thing to me is to have a man, or find a man who his ego is not easily bruised. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times women like us, we're sometimes one-track minded. A lot of the energy that, like you said, we're trying to get into our feminine energy, but a lot of times it takes a little of the masculine traits in order to be dominant in maybe business or whatever. And so it doesn't mean you're a masculine person. It's just the so-called like go-getter spirit is considered masculine. It's like action, and then the feminine is more of the receiver, right? So, but when you're in business, you have more of you have to be, firm in what you're doing, because if you're not, people are going to take advantage of you in business. So my husband, he lets me be myself. And if I go on I don't disrespect him though. And like the feminine side is like, yeah, you can do all of those things, but don't be disrespectful. You know what I mean? Like I think that sometimes we make the mistake when we have aspirations, we have that one-track mind, and you can get disrespectful. And I think that's the key, because a man, as long as you're respecting him, I was always taught that a man, his number one thing is he wants respect. You know what I mean? And if you could respect him, then like, I guess Kevin said, we don't care, they don't care about the money, but if you respect them, if you don't mind, I personally cook. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy that lifestyle. I started cooking from scratch and everything. So, if you enjoy that side of things, then I don't think he'll, have a problem.
Okay, very good. All right. Go, you next.
I think it's a journey of balance. Oftentimes we're told there's work-life balance, and the reality of it is, for everybody here, we know that balance you have to find in the moment. So I think coming in consensus about what that balance looks like. And that's an ongoing discussion. It's an ongoing, and maybe I'm gonna put my business hat on. That's a SWOT analysis, where you're headed each year, doing checkpoints, all those things come into play. But I think that balance that we have to find, and sometimes we think of it as a destination, but it's really a journey.
That's good. What was the question?
It's good to see everybody. And I just want to say shout out to the brother who has the camera, and he's on wheels.